It started with one typo. One single wrong number completely changed my life for 3 months. I was trying to text my friend Jake late one night about this girl I liked. I typed out this long message talking trash about how nervous I was to ask her out, hit send, and instantly realized something was wrong. The message bubble turned green. Jake had an iPhone. I stared at my screen for a second thinking, uh-oh. Then a reply came through, wrong number lol. Atfa. That point I should have just apologized and moved on, but instead I replied, my bad. You probably think I'm insane now. A minute later they answered, nah. Honestly, this is the most entertaining thing that's happened to me. All week. And somehow we just kept talking. At first it was random jokes, then full conversations, then daily conversations. Every morning I'd wake up to a text saying, good morning. Every night before bed they'd text, hope today wasn't too stressful. And somehow this random stranger became the person I talked to more than anyone else. We talked about everything, work, family drama, dream jobs, relationships, childhood stories, music, movies, literally everything. And the weird part? It felt easy, like I'd known this person forever. After a while I stopped thinking of them as a stranger. They just became part of my day. But looking back now, there were warning signs everywhere. Any time I asked to call them, something came up. Bad signal. At work. My mic is broken. When I asked for a picture, they'd joke around and change the subject. At first I thought nothing of it. Some people are just private, right? But after 3 months, I realized something terrifying. I didn't know their real name. I didn't know what they looked like. I didn't even know if anything they told me was true, and somehow that realization hit me all at once at like 1 a.m. while staring at my phone. So finally I texted them. All right, seriously, who are you? No response. 5 minutes passed, 10 minutes, then finally my phone buzzed, and the message said, you weren't supposed to text this number. I literally sat straight up in bed. I replied instantly, oh, what does that mean? Nothing. Then another text came through. This number used to belong to someone else. At first I thought, okay, that's not that weird. People change numbers all the time. But then they sent another message. You remind me of him. At this point my stomach started twisting. I asked who him was, and after a long pause, they replied, the previous owner. Now I'm completely freaked out. I asked if this was some kind of joke. Then the typing bubble appeared, stopped, appeared again, stopped again. Finally the message came through. He died last year. I actually got chills. I didn't even know how to respond. Then they explained everything. Apparently the person I thought I'd been texting never actually owned the number. The number used to belong to someone they cared about deeply. After he passed away, they kept the number active because they couldn't let go. And when my accidental text came through, they answered because for a split second they thought it was him. I just stared at my phone in silence. The whole situation suddenly felt unbelievably sad, but also weirdly human. Then they sent one final message I'll never forget. They said, talking to you made the silence hurt less. I didn't know what to say after that. We texted a little less after that night. Then eventually, the messages stopped completely. And to this day, I still don't know their real name or what they looked like. But the story didn't actually end there. About 2 weeks after the text stopped, I got another message. Same number, 3 words. Thank you. Seriously. That was it. No explanation, no name, nothing. I replied almost instantly, but the message never delivered. Green bubble, no response. A few days later, curiosity got the best of me, so I tried calling the number for the first time ever. It rang once, then an automated voice said, "This number is no longer in service." Gone. Completely disconnected. At that point, I honestly thought I'd never hear from them again. But months later, something happened that still messes with me. I was cleaning out old screenshots on my phone when I found one of our conversations, and I noticed something I somehow missed before. At the very top of the chat was the original message I accidentally sent, the one meant for my friend Jake, and underneath it, their very first reply. Wrong number, LOL. But below that, there was another message I never noticed before because it had been unsent. You could still see the notification that a message had been deleted, and suddenly I realized something. Before they replied to me, they originally sent something else, something they didn't want me to see. To this day, I still wonder what that first message said. And honestly,